What is up, everybody? Hope you're all having a wonderful night. I know I am. Just came back from a friend of mine's place where she cooked us a lovely dinner. We had chicken and salad and date squares for dessert. It was delicious. So thank you so much. You know who you are. Much appreciated. So I'm coming on today to tell you about my origin story. And I always thought it would be a long story, but I've learned how to make it short and to the point. So now I was looking at a light earlier, so bear with me if I have to go back and read and try and see past this little flashing dot that I have in front of my eyes from staring at a light bulb. But you guys will get the gist of it. So this is my origin story, all about me and why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So all my life, I've been dealing with some sort of medical issue since the day I was born. I had allergies. I was always tripping and falling. I would just get really exhausted for no reason at all. No one could ever figure out why or whatever. It was just, there was always something wrong, but no one could ever quite put their finger on it. So, even, funny story, I even started grade 1 with a cast on. I started with a broken leg on crutches and everything else, right? So I was just like known as the klutz. I had a cast up to my knee, yeah, first day of school. And thus began the journey. Eventually, I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And after being put on long-term disability at age 26, I was told that I'd be in a wheelchair by age 30. I remember walking out of the neurologist's office in a daze when that happened. I would just remember, I was like, he told me that I had multiple sclerosis, and he handed me this sheet of paper, and he told me, he's like, okay, so you need to decide which one of these 4 disease-modifying drugs you want to spend the rest of your life on. And each one of them involved giving myself an injection, which I was kind of like, holy cow, are you kidding me? I have to start giving myself needles every day. Not to mention the cost of the drugs was just insanely high price. And it was just, my world shattered. My world shattered. And I remember going back out to my car, and I sat there for the next 20 minutes, and all I could do was scream. As I just could not believe this. Like, I was 26 years old, climbing the corporate ladder. Everything's supposed to be going right. How can this be happening to me? Like, I just didn't understand this. So and the worst thing is I had to go back to work, and in front of my employees and act like my world hadn't just been shattered. So I was like, what do I do? Like, what would my future look like? All of my hopes and dreams gone. I became really depressed, and I continued to decline. I tried really, really, really hard to pretend like nothing was wrong, and that did not last very long, because you can only fake it for so long, right? So after spending years, so I was put on long-term disability at age 26, and I was like, okay, apparently I'm supposed to be in a wheelchair by age 30. I didn't like it. I didn't know what I could do about it, but I just slipped into a deep depression and just kind of went with that. So after spending years from sleeping 18 hours only to move back over to the sofa and then back to the couch and then to the sofa and couch, because that's all I did was sleep and sleep and sleep, I fell one day, giving myself yet another concussion. As I laid in bed, it became very clear to me that this was it. This was life. And I just became so, I don't want to say angry. I want to say I decided right then and there that I deserved better. I said, it's now or never, do or die. So I literally said, you know, I got sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. So I decided that I deserved better. I had no idea how I was going to get it, but I'd heard about energy healing and the law of attraction that states we attract everything that is happening in our lives. So it dawned on me that if that were true, then that means I created the mess I'm in. That was eye-opening. But also, it taught me that if I created it, I can also discreate it. So, I could discreate this mess, and I could actually create a life that I wanted to live. So I reached out to an energy healer named Catherine Williams, and that set me on a path of discovering several healing modalities. And I learned all about energy healing and different energy healing modalities. And then I found how science actually plays a really huge role, as everything at its core is nothing more or less than energy. Everything is energy. It's science. It's physics, right? So I was like, oh, this is really, really cool. So, and energy, as we all have learned in physics class in school, is energy is neither created nor destroyed, merely changes form. So I decided that I would learn all that I could about energy healing and energy altogether, how it worked, all about it, no matter what. The first thing I had to do was get my mindset in the right place. So that I could actually really believe that healing was possible for me. So I knew I was facing some challenges, but I was determined. I was like, I refuse to live the rest of my life sick and tired and in a wheelchair just because some doctor told me that I have this illness. I refuse to be labeled. I don't want to be labeled, right? I choose my reality. So the more I practiced what I was learning, the better I felt. And I began practicing a beginner's yoga class. And I started walking the dog. And of course, it wasn't easy at first. So I decided I'd, start with like 2 minutes a day, eventually making my way up to 3 minutes a day, 4 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. And when I got to 5 minutes a day, I was just like so excited. I was like, oh my God, I'm walking for 5 minutes now. And I remember that, my dog is actually telling the story with me here. So I remember when I got up to that 5 minute mark and I was like, wow, I can do this. And then when I was even doing the different yoga poses and the strength that I was cultivating that I just had never experienced before, I was just so excited. So eventually the 5 minutes became 6 minutes, and then it was 7 minutes, and then 10 minutes. So wow, I was just so excited. And so the achievement that I got from this was, the quick and dirty of it is that I am now a certified theta healer. I am also a certified radically awakened master, and I'm a published author, and I write copy. So I am totally rocking the life that I was given. And the inner journey, the inner transformation that I got is I've gone through such a deep, deep personal shift in my life. And I now know, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that I am the creator of my own reality. We all are creators of our own reality. And that the universe is always working out for us. That's the way it's designed. And that's something money can't buy. So that's my origin story. That's who I am. That's where I came from. So to tell you a little bit about me. So I know what it's like to live with chronic illness. I know what it's like to not be able to walk. I know what it's like to have pain so bad that you just never want to wake up again. I understand that. And I'm telling you, it's possible to change that. I did it. I changed that for myself, and I want to help you do it too. That's my goal. That's my mission in life, is to help you all see how awesome you are and how much the universe is working out on your behalf, and that anything and all things are possible. You just have to get out of your own way and allow it to happen. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and I welcome your comments. I feel free to like and follow this page. I'll be doing videos every day. So, and reach out to me if you have any health questions that you think I could answer or help you with. By all means, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to read your questions and to respond and possibly help you if in any way that I can. So really, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. We'll see you all tomorrow. Mwah.